Good morning, class. Welcome to CS Python Fundamentals, your intermediate computer coding class. Um, in this lesson, we're going to go over the basics of using the course page and how to navigate, how to set up your seat, and how to get started learning the information and navigate through the second party site. So first, you're now on what's called the home page. As always, do not try to enter your assignments through the gradebook. Always enter your assignments through the course page. If you try to enter assignments through the gradebook in this particular class, they are not hot links, so there is nothing you can click on. So do not try to click on assignments through the gradebook. Always go through the course page. This here is your course page for CS Python Fundamentals, which is our intermediate computer coding class. As we go through this, let me point some things out on this page first. In the left-hand margin, you'll see a menu that you can use to navigate quickly to different areas, but we're going to go ahead and close that by clicking on the three bars here at the top. You have more real estate to work with. On the right side, you see another menu area with information that you can access as needed. Right now, the only thing there is your Odyssey in motion for a quick break if you need to get up and do something to be active or moving and get stuff away from there. It's there for you if you need it, but you don't really need to worry about it. All right, so for CS Python Fundamentals, here we have our learning objectives. Make sure you read through those. And the first thing we have here are some information for you about the course. Teacher introduction, the syllabus for the course, as well as course vocabulary. And you see here my teacher schedule. Notice how these are dashed boxes to the right. For them to be clicked off, you must go in and actually review the information in that section. Anytime you see a dashed box, it means you have to go in and complete a task for it to be checked off. It's one way you can check to make sure you've done what you need to do. All right. On here, you see that we're going to have my office times for this course are going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:45 to 10:30. I'm setting aside that time specifically for computer coding to answer any questions you have about coding assignments. We won't necessarily be going over a lesson because the material is in an awesome format for you. It guides you through everything step by step with instructional videos as well as examples for you to practice. All right, so we'll use this time to help go through any information or any coding problems you might run into. Right now, this first couple of meetings, we're going to make sure we get you set up in the course, which brings us to this next section. First, you have to set up your seat. This is a third-party site, so we have to make sure we go in and we set up our seat. We'll come back to that in just a minute, and I'll show you why. All right, so then most of you are excited about getting started. So you tend to jump down to the lesson, and you look down here at quarter one, week one, welcome beginning computer science, and you say, well, Mr. Cole, there's nothing there. But if you read through and read down the bottom, it says you must complete your attendance quiz so that you are present in each course to complete your assignments. Before we do that, remember, coding is a sequential process. You have to finish the previous week before you can begin the next week. So what that means is you have to do your attendance quiz first, finish all of this week's material before you can start next week's material. All right, so let's get started with the first thing. Attendance quiz. Where is our attendance quiz? It's located right here in the section called quarter one, course 3. Since this is quarter 3, we're referring to the quarter 3. Quarter 3 required weekly attendance quiz. You can click on it right here, or if you notice at the top of the unit, there is a restricted notice. This means you cannot access this material until the restricted item is completed. In this case, this is the attendance quiz. So you can either click in either one of those two locations and it will take you to the attendance quiz. At this point, you're going to take the attendance quiz. Select the answer, click check, finish and submit, and then make sure you click submit all and finish and confirm your submission. Then you can get back to finish review by clicking here or here. You'll see your timestamp, how long it took you to do the activity, as well as your answer and any comments the teacher left. For example, the answer is correct. Work in every class every day. All right. Then from this page, you can go back and review the material again that you just completed, or click back to the course. Now, if you notice on the right-hand side, there's a checklist that popped up. This is just a tool to help you keep track of where you are in the week's lesson. As you complete assignments, this bar will fill up with a green. And when it's fully complete, that means you have completed all the lessons for the week. Now, if you scroll back down, you'll now see there's information underneath the material that was there before. The checklist is listed right here with the information. Prerequisite items must be complete in proper order. Do not try to enter assignments through the grade book, always enter assignments from the course page. Since we are doing a third-party site, we have to first go in and set up our seat. Okay? Notice that it says here, restricted, not available unless the activity seat setup walkthrough, do this first, is completed. Now, this is an active link. Will take you right back to that assignment that was listed right up here. You have to do this first. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow these directions to go to Project STEM site to sign up and create your account. Make sure you're using your Odyssey email address. So if we click on this link here, it takes you into some step-by-step instructions. Simply follow these instructions to get set up on your account, and then you'll be able to access the information you need. So you're going to click on the link to go to Project STEM. You'll get a screen that looks like this. You're going to sign up with your Google account. So you must make sure you're already in your Odyssey Gmail account. Okay? Then after that, you'll get a screen where it says choose an account. This will have a list of any emails that are open on this particular community that you're on. Select your Odyssey account. Once you've selected that, you're going to pick student, if this window pops up, and then say go to my account. Once you've done that, you're going to want to join the class. You'll see a bar that says join new class. You're going to put this code into that box, AB5C80. Okay? And now once you've done that, that's the token. Once you've entered the token into the bar after clicking join new class, look at this bar here, enter the token here, and you can join the class, you'll need to refresh your screen by clicking on the dashboard button. When you click on the dashboard button, you'll now see a link to the actual course. Okay? And then from this point, you'll be able to actually click on the course and go in and start working on assignments. All right? Perfect. Let's go ahead and go back a step. All right, so now, once you've done that, click on here. Okay, done that.
There's no lag.
Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry, somebody walked in. All right, so we've done this, and now we're going to go. Oh, now once you've set up your seat, I'll be able to come back in and click on an item to allow you to do that. Something like there. All right, so now once you've done that, what you're going to need to do is then click the button here. Now, once you've done it, click the button, and now you'll be able to go in and work on the first unit. Okay, so again, once you have completed that step, you are going to be able to click this button right here. Once you've done that, come down, and now you can see the restriction is gone for welcome to the course. Now, if you haven't done that, when you click on this, it will take you you will not be able to do that. But since I've already done this, I'm going to click welcome to the course link. In this lesson, you're going to complete this section. Okay? And then you're going to come back to click on the next link. Okay? Notice that this one, Unit 1, Part 1, is not able to be completed until you've done this particular section above. All right? And then there's a quiz that you will not be able to get the code for until you have completed Unit 1, Part 1. Okay? So if we go in here, we click, it's going to take you directly to the welcome page. Okay? This is the course window. From here, you have a menu on the left. You can also get here by clicking from your dashboard and clicking on your CS Python Fundamentals course, just like that. Takes you to the same page. All right. So now, of course, read through all the information on the page and click Get Started. First, let me show you some navigation things here. On your screen on the side, you have a thing called modules. You can quickly go back to modules and review them after you've done them by coming here. But notice, this is a sequential process. So There are green check marks on the right. You will not be able to jump ahead until you have finished the previous lesson. Okay? For example, we're on the Welcome to Course. You won't be able to go to About until you've gone through the page before it. Let me go back to it real quick. All right? Welcome to Course. Make sure that you watch and read the video. Read the text and watch all videos. This is where the learning takes place. You must watch the videos and read the material. Move on. When it's time to navigate to the next page, you hit Next. You don't have to go back to the modules. You hit Next, and it will take you to the next section in that module. Okay? This tells you about the course. Okay? Then once you've done everything you need to do, you can then go back to the course page, and then you're able to go into the next section. Now, notice the checklist here doesn't check off until all of these things are done. Okay, so now we can go into Unit 1, Part 1. This will jump you to the beginning of Unit 1, Part 1. This is your first lesson on what is computer science. Your screen will be complete with an introduction section, lesson objectives, video lesson, which will sometimes have lesson slides that you can click on and access while you watch the videos. Okay? Then it has a summary of what was talked about in the lesson, and sometimes there will be a little coding workspace for you to actually practice coding on here as well. There will be also some resources that you will want to click on and review, because when it comes time to the quiz questions, the answers may be found in some of these side material. So make sure that you will click on anything that you see here. If it's provided, review it so that you'll be ready for the coding process ahead, as well as any questions you may come up with, and the questions that may come up on the tests and quizzes. Okay. All right, let me click Next. I'll click Next again and show you a different workspace. All right. On 1.2, we're going to get into the coding workspace. As you go through the previous lessons, they're going to talk to you about these workspaces. These videos give you the information you need to know on how to use the space here on the left and use the space here on the right. So make sure you read and review all that information. All right? Okay, so now, going back here. Once you have completed both of those items, I've set it up to kind of show you this. Once you complete both the items, the test link will be available to give you the code. The test is on the third-party site, so you'll get the code that you need to enter by clicking on this button right here. I'm not going to click on it now because you won't be able to do the code until you finish the material, or do the quiz until you finish the material. But this is where you find the code for the quiz. Okay? All right. Now, when all of this is complete, your checklist will be marked off. Now, these checklists have no bearing on the scores you get for your assignments. As you complete assignments, you get points for them. At the end of the week, I transfer the points into Moodle Gradebook. Okay, so the gradebook does not update until Friday. You won't see your scores input until Friday. But while you are in the STEM project site, you can always go take a look at your grades right here, and you'll see what scores you got for the different tasks you were supposed to complete. Those scores will be transferred over. Do not use this grade tool as a measure of what your actual grade is, but we will be transferring grades over into our gradebook so that you will know what your score is. The gradebook here in the STEM project site is not accurate. The one in Moodle is. All right. So that's the basics of how to navigate through both the Moodle portal for coding as well as the STEM portal for coding. So make sure that you get in and get set up on your seat so I can make sure you're in the right section and you can get started coding. All right. Until next time, get out there and get coding.